Hi, I'm Wyatt Gaynor, here with
Ben Niggle.
and welcome back to Nauset News. Starting off the announcements is the Family Fun Fair. The Cape Cod Children's Place annual Family Fun Fair needs volunteers. It takes place at the Orleans Elementary School on Saturday, April 6th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Volunteers are needed to assist with setup from 8:30 to 10 a.m., to run the event from 10 a.m. to noon, and for cleanup from noon to 1:30. Summer jobs. Brewster Summer Recreation is looking for a summer rec director, a sailing director, and tennis instructors. If you are up to the challenge, contact Mike Gradone at mgradone@brewster-ma.gov. Nauset Literary and Arts Magazine. We are accepting submissions of poetry, short stories, and art until April 12th. All works will be considered for publication. Send submissions to nausetlitmag@gmail.com. That's it for the announcements, and now on to Ben with the lineup.
Thank you, Wyatt. This episode's top story will be a look into the Nauset High School National Honor Society and the event sponsored by NHS, and it is reported by Joshua Devlin. The High Five Student of the Week is Derrick Cazaubon. Your health tip of the week is focused on sun safety and will be reported by Nauset News. Things to Do will be done by Alaric, Xian, and Nicholas Quanstrom. Next will be a special report on MCAS testing done electronically this year at the high school by Richard Ramsey. College Notebook and Student Council Report of the Week will be done by yours truly, followed by a sports segment by my co-anchor, Wyatt Gaynor. We have an exciting talent search of the week, highlighting a student in the photography course. This will be done by Matthew Campbell. We'll wrap up this week's episode of Nauset News Around the World, done by Nauset News again. And now, on to our top story.
Hello, I'm Joshua Devlin, here for your Nauset News top story. Today, we will be interviewing Mrs. Peters about the National Honor Society charitable programs that they have been working on this year. Let's go. We are here with Mrs. Peters. Now, Mrs. Peters, could you tell us a little bit on the Ragnar Relay Race?
Yes, so I'm one of the advisors for the National Honor Society here at Nauset, and we do host one of the exchanges for the Ragnar Relay, which has runners from all over the state running across the state and through Cape Cod as well. So we have about actually 60 volunteers from the National Honor Society signed up this year to help kind of check in runners, make sure that they're getting enough water, make sure that they're having access to the gym for sleeping quarters, and things like that. We had a really great cheer squad last year.
Now, I noticed that this is for, it raises money for a cause. What exactly is that cause?
So the individual teams, I believe, are able to determine which charity that they are reaching out to. I think it changes year by year, right. So based on the teams that sign up for Ragnar. But Ragnar does actually give us a little bit of a stipend for our students volunteering, and we usually use that to go to state conferences and put on different opportunities for other students in our community.
Now, does it cost any money to run in this race?
It does. So each team signing up with Ragnar is responsible for raising a set amount of money, right. But we're not responsible for raising that money. More of the relay teams are.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to say on the toy and book drive?
Yes, the Toy and Book Drive actually was spearheaded by a few of our great leaders within National Honor Society this year, and it's just really not raising money, but gathering books and toys for students in our local communities. We did a coat drive this winter too that helped bring in a number of used and new coats during the winter time for the Nauset community as well as the Harwich community.
Are there any students you would like to give a shout out for that have helped with these programs?
A number of students have been involved, all kind of working with different committees, but I know Faith Hathaway has actually been spearheading, as well as our other officers have been spearheading a different fundraising opportunity called Birthday Wishes this year. That is the organization we've chose to work with within the state, and she's been orchestrating, putting together boxes of essentially birthday party supplies for students that aren't able to usually have a birthday party.
Alrighty.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Mrs.
Great,
Peters.
thank you. Have a good day.
This has been Joshua Devlin with your Nauset News top story. Enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to College Notebook on Nauset News. My name is Benton Niggle, and today we'll be highlighting the University of Vermont, known as UVM. However, it's officially known as the University of Vermont and State Agricultural College. UVM is a public research college, and since 1862, is the sole land-grant university in Vermont. Although the acceptance rate is 71%, UVM has been increasingly more and more competitive. College affordability and the school's environment and friendly town in Burlington, Vermont draws students to its campus. Like mentioned, UVM is in Burlington, Vermont. The average cost after aid is $17,000, which is a huge bargain for the high-quality education admitted students receive. Besides the attractive cost after aid, students flock to UVM for their natural surroundings and for Burlington itself. On a popular UVM student website, some of the must-dos before graduating are going apple picking at Shelburne Farms and jumping off rocks at Bolton Potholes and hiking Mount Mansfield. Downtown Burlington is known for Church Street, much like how Provincetown is known for our commercial street. Church Street is a cobblestone street lined with amazing eats and boutique-style shops. Just steps away is one of the most beautiful lakes around, and that is Lake Champlain. It boasts its own beauty and is surrounded by miles and miles of biking and hiking trails. Something a little unique that students say is a UVM tradition is walking on Lake Champlain in the winter. While visiting UVM, you can also visit the Ben & Jerry's ice cream factory, which is a huge plus because their ice cream rocks. UVM is definitely an amazing school with a lot to offer to its students. This has been Benton Niggle with your College Notebook on Nauset News.
Hi, I'm Alaric Xian, and I'm here with the High Five Student of the Week, Derrick Cazaubon. Hi, Derrick was nominated by his sports production teacher, Ms. McCulley. She tells us his improvement in regards to writing and reporting has been remarkable this year. Derrick was born and raised in St. John's, the Virgin Islands, and last year he was forced to move here because of the terrible hurricanes. He now permanently lives here on Cape Cod and goes to school in Nauset. He works hard in school and at his after-school job at Stop and Shop. So, hi Derrick, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
First of all, what's the difference between Nauset and your old high school?
Well, in my old high school, we had to wear uniform.
Oh.
We couldn't use our phones and stuff, and then we had to dress in a certain manner. We couldn't wear whatever we want. But in Nauset, we could wear whatever we want and basically do whatever. And we also have a lot of monitors and police around.
Yeah, that's interesting. Another question is what drives you to work hard at your job and at school at the same time? It's really hard.
I know. Well, since there's not really anything to do here, kind of push me to do it and to make money.
Yeah, that's a big part. And how many days a week do you work at Stop and Shop?
Sometimes 4 to 5, or sometimes when they call me in
Well,
when
yeah.
they need help, so I just go.
You find it hard to balance your
Yes.
Yeah. And what has been difficult in fine-tuning your English, your writing?
Well, in St. John, I speak Creole and we speak a lot of broken English.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult to really speak regular English now because I speak Creole and broken English at home too.
Okay. Yeah, and what do you want to do as a career someday?
Someday, I kind of want to do either pilot, but I haven't really looked into it yet. Or I want to be a chef.
That's so cool. Great, thank you so much. Here's a high five.
Thank you.
Yep. This is Alaric, and thank you for watching the High Five Student of the Week. Bye.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Gaynor here with sports. Spring sports are underway, and many of the teams have had scrimmages, while others have participated in mini tournaments such as girls softball. As of this broadcast, regular season games, including league games, have started. To catch a game this season, go to nausetsports.org website for a complete schedule. The teams this season that look to really impress are girls and boys track, girls tennis, and girls lacrosse. The boys baseball team has many returning starters in the lineup and should be competitive this season as well. The girls' winter indoor track team took second place this season in Eastern Massachusetts and is expected to do something similar this spring. Rachel Pronga, Izzy Nobley, Abigail Farrell, Hannah Brunell, and Monique Malcolm are just a few of the runners that should lead the team to many victories. Please tune in next week as we will have many highlights and stats to share. I'm Wyatt Gaynor, and this was Sports.
Hello, I'm Noah Zazina, and I'm here with some stories from around the world. Mozambique is still battling to recover from the massive cyclone that rocked the country and left almost 3 million people displaced, as well as nearly 2,400 injured and 750 dead. As relief efforts are ongoing, however, a new threat is emerging. Over the past week, cholera outbreaks have been steadily increasing. with the country now fighting to contain over 1,000 cases with at least one confirmed death. Worldwide efforts are racing to prevent the disease from spreading, and also to ensure that people misplaced have access to food, water, and shelter that is safe from the elements. In Venezuela, tensions are rising as opposition leader Juan Guaido calls for military support to help remove incumbent President Nicolas Maduro from office. Although the United States and many other countries, such as many members of the European Union, have officially recognized Guaido as the official president of Venezuela, Maduro is still in control, having won a rigged election backed by the support of the military. Additionally, rumors have surfaced that Russia has placed troops within Venezuela to help the incumbent government contain the demonstrations of the opposition, which is causing further tensions with the United States and other countries worldwide. Maduro has also begun rationing electricity as resources begin to run thin, causing continuations of the mass blackouts that have been plaguing Venezuela in the past months. Finally, a little bit closer to home, a shortage of bait threatens the overall lobster haul of the season. While lobsters themselves are still plentiful and in demand, herring numbers have been reduced in the wild over the past years, and therefore federal regulators have imposed a steep cut on the herring fisheries that catch the bait for lobster. Although herring populations are not at a critical level yet, these regulations are meant to help boost them back up and determine the cause for the plunging numbers. Bait and lobster will be available, it just may be more expensive. I'm Nauset News, and this has been Around the World.
Great work, Noah.
Hello, my name is Matthew Campbell, and I'm here with Sophia Pomba with your Talent Search of the Week. So, Sophia, can you tell me a little bit about the class that you're in right now?
Yeah, so I'm in Honors Portfolio, which basically just means I've taken an elementary and an advanced art class. So there's about 12 of us in there that all qualify for the class, and we go month by month with different prompts, and all of us can use whatever medium we'd like to create a project for it.
Oh, okay. And can you tell me why you decided to choose this class?
I chose this class originally because I was thinking of going to art school. I'm not anymore, but I did want to follow up on my art, so I felt like it was a good way to do that.
Okay. And can you show us maybe a little bit of your artwork?
Yeah. So I have this piece here, which was our transportation prompt. I'm not completely done with it, but it's a little car with flowers on the bumper. And we had other people in our class draw like airplanes or double-decker buses, stuff like that, just different modes of transportation for the project.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
My name is Matthew Campbell, and this has been your Talent Search of the Week.
Hello, and welcome to the Student Council Report of the Week here on Nauset News. My name is Ben Niggle, and I am the Senior Class President and an Executive Board Member of the Nauset Student Council. Student Council has been ramping up our organizing efforts for the annual Rock the Stage. Rock the Stage is an annual talent show Student Council hosts every April. This year, the event will be April 10th and will take place in the Nauset High School auditorium. We welcome students, parents, and community members to come and enjoy the show. This year, we are excited to announce a variety of acts, including but not limited to singing, comedy, musical bands, and miscellaneous talents. This year promises to be one of the best shows yet. Tickets and snacks are sold at the door, and the MCs this year will be Hallie Rudman, Kylie O'Gara, and myself. Additionally, big kudos to Maggie Bragdon and myself for spearheading this year's event as co-chairs. We hope to see you there. Student Council is also planning another Faculty Friday. Once a term and during mid-years and finals, the Student Council hosts these Faculty Fridays to show our appreciation to our hardworking teachers and staff at the high school. We provide breakfast and a fun eating environment for faculty to mingle with other faculty, which they may not see often. Stay tuned for the date and how to sign up. This has been Benton Niggle with your Student Council Report of the Week. And now, on to our next segment.
Hi, I'm Richard Ramsey with your special report, and today we're going to be talking about MCAS. So, Sam, how was MCAS?
I thought it was kind of easy. It felt like there was fewer questions, like there was only 22 per session. So it definitely felt easier, but it also felt like there was more freedom to it because you could just do it. There was like more tools for it. Like you could bring down like, oh, I want to highlight this. Let's say I need a quote. Oh, I can highlight that and then like know what I'm copying in instead of having to find it and having to go through sheets of paper. I just felt like it was a lot easier this way.
Yeah. So how was it about with the computers? I know this year they changed from paper to bench.
I also liked it because my hand, I like it starts to get cramped up when I write too much. So typing was definitely a lot easier.
Yeah.
Also, it was just easier to scroll through. It was very like a simple format. So it was just easier to just get through all the questions.
Yeah, I also did MCAS. I think this year was much better. Last year we had to do physics on paper, so I mean this year was much easier. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so Emma, how was MCAS on the computer this year? I know last year we did it with paper and physics. How was it different this year?
Well, it's a little bit different because like there's less writing that you obviously have to do, and it's like doesn't make your hand hurt as much.
Yeah.
I honestly preferred it on the computers more because I felt that everything went by quicker, and we didn't have to use paper, which is I hate writing. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. This has been your special report, Richard Ramsey. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Health Tip. I'm Noah Zadzina, and today we'll be talking about sun safety as we enter the spring season. We have been hibernating all winter, and nothing feels better than spending time outdoors as the weather warms up and the sunlight lasts longer and longer. However, just because the days aren't as warm or as long as they are in summer, doesn't mean we can skip the sunscreen. While most people wouldn't think about sunscreen during the spring, I know many people who have already been outside for sports tournaments that have gotten sunburned. Now, I'm not saying we can't spend all day out in the sun basking in the warm weather. I'm just here with some suggestions to make sure we don't get sunburned, as being exposed to excessive sunlight does cause cell and blood vessel damage, which can lead to skin cancer. Additionally, it causes wrinkles and makes the skin look much more aged. Therefore, it is important to make sunscreen a priority and a habit. Apply some every day around 20 to 30 minutes before going outside to ensure you are protected and that the sunscreen soaks in. If possible, avoid prolonged sun exposure from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., as that is when the UV rays that cause sunburns are at their highest. Protective clothing would also be beneficial. Things like long-sleeve shirts or pants that are lightweight will help protect you further from the sun's rays, as will wide-brimmed hats. Sunglasses are also a must to protect your eyes from the harmful rays as well. Make sure your sunscreen is at least 30 SPF to guarantee protection from the sun's harmful rays. It's also important to reapply once every 2 hours if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time. Apply even more frequently if you get sweaty or go swimming. Make sure to get even covered areas like your ears, face, and the backs of your hands, as anywhere is liable to get burnt. If by chance you have a funny looking spot that you think could be skin cancer, don't hesitate to contact a dermatologist and get it checked out right away, as you never know what could happen. This isn't meant to scare you though. The warm spring days are meant to be enjoyed outside by everyone. Just be sure to protect your skin to ensure you stay happy and healthy for a long time. I'm Noah Zadzina, and this has been your Health Tip of the Week.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Quanstrom, and I'm here with
Alaric, Xian.
and we're here for your things to do. Today I'll be doing your movie reviews, and Alaric will be doing your events around the community. So for the 3 movies we'll be reviewing today, we'll be reviewing Captain Marvel, Wonder Park, and Us. So Captain Marvel is about Carol Danvers, who becomes the universe's most powerful superheroes. The film got a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, and personally I thought it was a generic Marvel movie, and I mean that in a good way. I think it provided what you expect when you go into a Marvel movie, fun, touching on some interesting topics, and you know, it had some comedy in there as well. I gave that film a 3 out of 4 stars. Wonder Park tells the story of a magnificent amusement park where the imagination of a wildly creative girl named June comes alive. This film got a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, and for me, it worked really well as a kids' film, not as a family film. So I gave it a 2.5 out of 4 stars. Now, Jordan Peele's Us. This film is about a mother and a father who take their kids to a beach house, expecting to enjoy time with friends. However, they find their serenity turn into tension and terror and chaos as some unwanted visitors arrive. So this film received a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, and personally, I thought that it was a fun, thrilling, terrifying film. If you like horror, if you don't like horror, it'll scare the crap out of you. So I think Jordan Peele really outdone himself with this film, and I think his transition from actor to director has been really good, and I'm looking forward to see what else he has in store for us. So I give Jordan Peele's Us a 4 out of 4 stars. So now on to your events around the community with Alaric. Xian.
Yep, thank you, Nick. Hi, I'm Alaric, and today I'm going to talk about the activities you can do here on Cape Cod this weekend and throughout next week. So for the month of April, in Brewster Ladies Library is pleased to present the art show Brewster on My Mind. Visions of 4 artists that each show like what they feel and see about the town Brewster through their representational and abstract piece in oils, acrylics, watercolors, and prints. So the art shows runs from April 2nd through April 27th. The public is invited to meet the artist at a reception at the library on Saturday, April 6th from 3 to 5 p.m. And we're officially in the spring now. I know it's still like chilly out, but a lot of stores in Provincetown are now officially open in the spring. And the Pilgrim Monument is now open for the season. So it's not so busy on the Cape. So why not just pick a nice day to go to Provincetown? And not only they have like different stores and artworks, they're also famous for their art association and museums on the commercial streets. So yeah, it's just really cool. And they open on Thursday through Sundays from 12 to 5 p.m. They have professional exhibitions, workshops, lectures, and demonstrations in the spring. And in the spring, a lot of nature centers on Cape Cod also opens. So it includes the Mass Audubon's Wildlife Sanctuary in Barnstable, and the Wellfleet Bay Wildlife Sanctuary. They open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Activities include walking trails, butterfly garden exhibits, birding, and bee observations. So make sure to check it out if you want to participate in something educational. And for those who love to sing, there's a program called Sing for Joy. It's a voice group for those with Parkinson's disease. The program is designed to help maintain vocal strength and build communities through singing. So also like family, friends, and those who love to sing are all welcome to join. And they meet on April 9th from 11 to 12 at Barnstable Senior Center. And there's also a free workshop opportunity called Secrets of Smartphone Photography. So if you have a smartphone, you can take a lot of amazing pictures, just use the cameras on your phone. So yeah, the free workshop can improve your photography skills and learn about photo and video editing. You can make videos for your family and companies, whatever. So it's at Dennis Public Library from 4 to 6 p.m. on April 9th. And that's it for this week. My name is Alaric, and I've been joined with
Nick Wanstrom.
And thank you for watching our Things to Do for the week.